Ever since I reacclimated into society, I find myself eroding and dying at the end of each and every year, whilst I'll get reborn in the following year. It's this very odd state that I find myself in, a very odd cycle that I find myself in, because I've never enjoyed change. I've always been a lover of consistency. And to see such drastic changes in my psyche or personality in a certain sense it's interesting. I enjoy it. I was going to say I allow it, but it's not exactly a choice, is it? I think my brain is extremely... I love my brain. It's a very lovely brain. It's strange. My brain works in ways that when it notices stuff that hurts me, before I can even process it, it has already done the work to make sure that I never feel that way ever again. I'll give you an example. I remember when I was younger, there was this upper class girl that I had a crush on, and she was is that how you say it? Not upper class, like upperclassmen. Yeah, there was this girl in like a grade above me, and I had a crush on her. We were like friends of sorts. I say quote unquote. I mean, we were friends. We were friends. I'm very cautious on that like term friend. She was a school friend, if anything, but I remember I was too nervous to speak to her. If there was any time she tried to speak to me, I would only say one word to her because I was so nervous. I was nervous that she would know that I liked her. That's what I was scared of. And then she went on to graduate. And I remember I didn't feel sad. I can't remember ever feeling sad about it because one, I barely even knew her. But I remember thinking to myself, what if that was the person that I was meant to be with? What if that was the girl that I was meant to be with? And because I was too scared to have a conversation with her, she's just gone now forever out of my life. And I was like, I'm never going to allow that to happen again. Any woman that I'm interested in is going to know that I'm interested in her, or at least I'm going to be able to speak to her. And after that moment, I went up and I spoke to every single woman that I was interested in from that moment on, because I was like, I'm not going to have a moment in my life where I look back and I wonder, what if? I never want to look back on my life and think, what if I had actually gone up and spoken to her? What would my life be like today? I'm just all like, I did speak to her. And looking back now, I'm just all like, yeah, that would have never been a thing. I'm so glad I never spoke to her. That would have not been a good match at all. That relationship would have done. We don't even gonna talk about it. It doesn't even matter. She just wasn't a good match for me, and I wasn't a good match for her. Personally, did I say that strangely? Personally, I take relationships very seriously. I made a video about this some years back, about how I loathe the way the way that people just so willy-nilly throw around that term friend. Because the term friend lacks so much meaning, because it's just given to people who are just so undeserving of it. And I think it's a reflection of how flimsy a lot of friendships are. Because a lot of these people that are called friends aren't actually people's friends. I remember there's this woman who I was talking to, and I remember I forget because so I was actually I don't even want to tell you what this conversation went like, because I feel like people are not going to understand. But I'll essentially say she replied back to a question of mine, and she goes, "Oh yeah, babes, we're already friends." And I kind of cringed because I was like, you don't even know who I am. I was like, I don't know who you are. I was like, we're not friends. Of course, I didn't say this because people, and I'm just like, I don't want to be mean. I'm just like, we're not friends. So, I mean, like, we're acquaintances at best, right? But because we like talk from time to time in between lessons, she considers me a friend. And I was just thinking, okay, this is my thought process. Friendship is something that means a lot to me, because people who are friends of mine, how do I say this? I'm sorry, I'm kind of, how do I say this? Give me a second. I was having this conversation with this one woman like a year or two back. It was a long time ago. I don't remember how long ago it was. It might have been only a year ago. And I hope she doesn't mind me bringing this up. I'm not going to bring out like the details of what you said. But she was talking about how she had friends in the past who abandoned her, right? And I don't know her situation. These people quite literally could have been her friends and abandoned her and did all this stuff. But in my experience of having people in my life that at one point I did consider friends, throwing away that term friend willy-nilly, and have had stuff, well, I mean, I haven't, not stuff like that, but, stuff that I'd rather not get into. I'm just all like, thinking back on it, those people were never actually my friends. I just accepted being treated terribly because of a lack of self-worth in my life. And again, forgive me to that woman. I'm not talking about you because, again, I don't know what your situation was like. I'm merely just talking about myself here when I say that I lacked self-respect for myself. And I just allowed these people who weren't the type of people who should have been in my life to be in my life. And of course they hurt me. Of course they did wrong by me, because these were never the people I was supposed to be around in the first place. I guess this sort of brings me to this year in particular. Earlier this year, I made a video called "No, I Do Not Like You." And it was essentially me talking about how it's okay to not have people like you, right? And this is just a human being thing. You want to be well liked by everybody. You want to be friends with I guess I'm talking like generally. Me, fuck that. I'm cool on that shit. Stay away from me. I don't need that shit. But I'm talking like general sense. Like a lot of people, they want everybody to like them. And it's all like, that's not really, if you're the type of person that everybody likes, you probably don't exactly have a personality. I'm sorry, I'm being rather mean when I say that. But just think about it. There was a time in my life when I was well liked by everyone. Everybody. And everybody probably looked at me and was like, oh my gosh, Eve is so happy. Eve is so he said behind the scenes, I was fucking miserable. Miserable. Every single day I would come home and I would fucking pass out from all the fucking I was just like a shell of a human being. I was a fucking zombie. I don't know where I was going with that, but in that video, I talked about this one man, the school scooter boy, and I made a video going more in depth about stuff that I never released because I felt like that video was going to, even though it was a video that I needed to talk through, I felt like that video was going to inspire more hatred than potential love, so I never put that video out. But I went into more detail about the school scooter boy because you know what, let's do it, because it's not exactly pertinent to the story, but I just want to get that story out there because I deleted the video, but it was a really good story. But so school scooter boy, a bit more context. So one, I did not want to be around bro. Like, imagine the most like stereotypical looking modern day school scooter you can think of, and I swear to God, every single fucking like iteration, you've probably already can see bro's face in your mind. And so bro was already kind of throwing me off. Yes, I profiled him. I don't care. I was right. So already I did not want to be talking to bro. But unfortunately, he got me in a position, Anyways, I was in a position where I could not leave the area. Like, I had to stay where I was. So bro, all of a sudden, he asked me, he goes, he's already done like a whole bunch of shit that's pissing me off. And I'm just trying to be nice, right? And he goes, hey, you want to see what's in my backpack? Bitch. Right, so first of all, I'm like, no, I'm cool. And I got the training to be able to say that it doesn't matter, but I had to deal with back-to-back stalker situations with like a couple of women that I shouldn't say accidentally, that I reluctantly gave my fucking phone number to simply because I couldn't say the word no. See, this is what I'm telling you, that my brain works fast. I was all like, I've given out my fucking phone number to multiple women who I did not want to give my phone number out to because I knew they were going to and because I learned from the mistake of the first one, and the second one I was like, oh fuck that, I'm never doing this shit again. That shit happened twice in one fucking semester. Anyways, so fucking Elliot Roger face ass asked me, he goes, hey, you want to see what's in my backpack? I'm like, no, I'm fine. And so no, I want to show you what's in my backpack. I want to show you, bitch. So of course the nigga doesn't take no for a fucking answer. Go figure. And he starts pulling stuff out of his backpack, yeah? He's pulling out books. He's pulling out, I forget what at one point he pulls out condoms. Now I'm trying not to be mean. Actually, I don't give a fuck. That is so why the fuck does a nigga like that have bitch, are you using that shit to beat meat? Like, I know you not using them. Why the fuck do you just have condoms chilling at the bottom of your... Anyways, so he pulls out his books, he pull out his condoms, and so all of a sudden he gets to this final item, y'all. I want you to remember, already I'm on edge with bro. He looks like a school scooter. He's giving me these vibes. He's already done unruly things that we don't even have to get into. It doesn't matter. But he's already done other things in that conversation to piss me off. He already doesn't take no for a fucking answer. And he's looking in his bag long as hell at one item that's the last thing in his backpack. And all of a sudden, he quickly pulls out this black metal object, points it at me while saying, oh yeah, and this gun, bitch. I thought it was over. Now, I'm sorry, that had nothing to do with the video at hand. I just felt like I needed to go into more detail about that story because I didn't go into detail about what happened in the other video. But anyways, why did I talk about that, dude? Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. In that video, I told bro, listen, personally, Your type of humor is not for me. I don't find it funny, but that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. We are just not a good match as friends. All right? I want you to go out there and find people who are. And don't try and change who you are to please other people like me. And don't try, because I'm not going to change who I am to try and find that shit that you just pulled funny. But I'm sure there are other people who are going to find your type of humor goddamn hilarious. Right? But it's not going to be me. And I really hope that you don't change who you are just to please other people. Because that's not right. And I'm sure some people are like, Eve, why you... Listen, bitch. I wasn't trying to get... Listen, bitch. If School Scooter really came back with the AK, I'm the only one that's getting saved. So before anybody... Why did you tell him off? Why... Bitch! I thought I was about to... A few seconds ago, I thought I was about to get blown down. Don't talk to me. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm having arguments with imaginary comments. I never exactly knew what it was like to enjoy the company of other people. Because that's just never something that I shouldn't say never, but it's been so long since I've actually felt comfortable around people that I got used to the discomfort of being around people that weren't right for me. You know, I was going insane. I was quite literally going insane. Well, first of all, we don't even have to get into that, but about a year or two ago, I set out to, one, reallocate myself into society and meet people again for the first time in so many years. But I made a goal, and that goal was to actually have worthwhile connections, worthwhile friendships. And for the first time in, I'd say damn near maybe like 20 or 50, like 20 something years, I can confidently say that I've actually made some friends. And it is a strange feeling because I am not used to being able to trust people. And I've been crashing out this entire year. I've been crashing out this entire damn year. And it all came down to the fact that I'm still trying to learn. I was still trying to learn. I don't exactly know how else to put it, but just my level of tolerance when it came to people and understanding what I enjoyed about people and what I didn't. I've been rather coy about this because whenever I talk about this topic, whenever I think about talking about this topic, it always sounds really robotic, like I'm studying people. And I'm not going to lie to you, it is to a certain degree. I had to study the type of people that I knew that I felt comfortable with versus the people that I didn't. What sort of environments I felt comfortable with talking to people in versus what environments that I didn't. It was like I was studying, like, I don't know. It was like I'm a fucking robot trying to study human psychology or it's some sort of P word that sounds like it starts with an S. I don't know which word it is though. But this year has been quite literally the worst year of my adult life up to this point. Because what happened is that in that video, I talked to y'all about how, there's this group of people, and I didn't exactly go into detail because I wanted to be nice, but ultimately there's this group of people that I'm with at uni that aren't right for me. And I've known that these group of people are not right for me for quite some time. And if it wasn't for the fact that we all went to the same uni, I would not be still talking to these lot. The only reason why we're even in contact is only because we go to the same school again. There's nothing wrong with these people. There's nothing terrible about these people. It's just in the same way that School Scooter Bro has his sorts of whatever he likes, I have my sort of what I like, and they do not mesh. Me and School Scooter Bro will get into conflicts, and he will end up pulling out the nines. And I'm cool. I enjoy living to a certain degree, of course. Nigga gonna pull out the blicky and start blasting, be like, I saw the video, you talking about how you almost committed. I'm doing you a favor, Evelyn. Woo! So I've always been fairly transparent with my fear of the internet, and I thought as I would get older that my fears of this internet space would start to decline, but I'd say it's only progressively gotten worse. Not gonna hold you. And sometimes I do want to work on it, and then at other times I'm kind of like, maybe this is kind of a blessing and a curse at the same time. I don't know if I use that phrase correctly, but maybe this is kind of good that I'm scared of this space. But if there is one thing that I thought that I needed, was in-person relationships. I held in-person relationships over online relationships I held in-person relationships over online relationships, aka people that I can't see, or people that I can't see or talk to in person. I did not think less of those relationships, because actually every single person that I talk to, that I feel closer to people that I can only talk to. Like my sister, she's an entirely different fucking continent. My best friend, we only ever talk over like the phone. Other friends, we only talk over, like certain apps and that. But I thought, it's weird to say noun, but I thought, like, I have to prioritize these people that I can actually tangibly touch or feel versus people that I can't. And the people that I could see in person, in real life, were the people that I knew weren't right for me. And so this year I sought out to find new people that were in person that I could talk to in real life, to not only get away from those lot that I knew I shouldn't have been around, but also on a subconscious level to, like, it sounds fucked up, but it wasn't a conscious thing that I thought, but it's something that I caught myself doing, but low key to, like, replace those tender online relationships that I have. I found myself talking to certain people and being all like, oh no, my best friend doesn't do that. Oh, she would never do that. Or no, so and so would never do that with me. And I found myself comparing this, like, new person that I've just met to this other person that I've known for, like, years at this point. And it's like, of course it's not going to be the same. I mean, first of all, these are two different people. These are two different people, and these are two different relationships. Like, of course, the relationship that you're forming with this person that you've just met is going to be different from this person that you've been talking to for like 2-3+ years at this point. You know what I mean? But here I was subconsciously trying to like find these new people to sort of like replace people that I already had. And of course, it did not work out. I was, Jesus Christ, it was actually really fucking sad. And before anybody, I want you to all know, this is all of my fault. This is no fault of anybody else but my own. I'm not society, men, I'm not saying none of that. That is not the channel I'm doing. That's not the type of shit I'm doing. It was my choice alone to stay with those people that I shouldn't have been around. It was my choice alone to prioritize in-person relationships over online. And it was a whole thing. It was like I was extremely busy with uni over the semester, so I couldn't really get to online people. Forgive me. Because I might low-key upload this video before I get to talking to people again. I'm sorry. Again, I'm not ghosting. I'm not intentionally ghosting people. It's just this year's I've been all over the place. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'll get to y'all messages at some point. I don't know when. The moment I knew that I messed up, or that something was wrong, was when I was talking to this one woman. And I'm usually like an encyclopedia for knowledge of people that I talk to. Like, I could just bring up inside jokes and references and nicknames like that because I was just like so knowledgeable of people that I talk to because I actually cared about the people that I talk to. And so she was talking to me, like I met her, and she was talking to me and she was talking about her living arrangements. And then maybe like a day or two passed, or like a week or something, I forget. But we meet again, and she's telling me about her living arrangements again, and I'm confused. I'm not confused. I'm surprised. I'm like, oh my gosh, you live like that? And she's like, yeah, I literally told you that last time we spoke. And I was like, first of all, I'm not going to lie to you. I have no fucking clue if she actually did. But, like, she probably did, and I just forgot. But that's not like me to do so. But I was such, like, in and out talking with so many people throughout that semester. I was talking to so many people every single fucking day, looking for somebody to, like, replace the tight-knit friendships that I had gained over years, that I was just losing sight. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it became a game of sorts. It's like, I kind of get into it in the second part of this video. If you're looking at if I don't feel embarrassed, I will probably connect this video with another video that I was supposed to upload but never got around to doing so. But if I didn't connect that video, then I guess you don't have to worry about it. But if this video if the video looks like it's long as hell, it's because I'm connecting two different videos, and you'll see that video at the end of this one. But it was just like, damn, I'm really out here I'm a friendship slut. These people like just mean, and I'm just being genuine, honest. Like, these people mean nothing to me. I can't remember shit about these people. I don't give a fuck about nothing that they're saying. This is just a routine for me. And that shit made me sick, and I was going crazy, and I was all like, am I about to be on my own again? Do I have to start over again? And I was all like, fuck that. I'm like, I've talked to so many people. I haven't met a single person that I actually like. For no other reason than these people aren't terrible. They're not bad. They're just not for me. And I'm not for them. Even though some of them want me to be for them. I'm just like, leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. But I was still in that headspace of prioritizing in real life relationships, that I went back to the people that I shouldn't have been around. And that shit, I need a song. There's got to be a song to this shit. Hold on. I got to find something. She comes up, and every time she'll see what I could be. A cold routine or something. It just won't stop touching me. And I wait here another time, like 1,000 times before. I'm dropping out and faded, but I keep on wanting more. I'm gonna be honest, that wasn't the best song to think of, but it was. I just needed something to get that out my chest, baby. Jesus Christ, oh my God! You know what's a crazy concept that I just found out this year is that when you're surrounded by people that you don't like, it could make other aspects of your life fucking miserable. Who would have thought? And, you know, I've been crashing this whole entire year. Forgive me, apologies for the crash content that I've pushed out lately. But I think oh dear, I'm about to start crying. I could feel the tears. I could feel my tear ducts moving. The smoking gun was when, for whatever fuck ass reason, I thought to myself, you know what person I need to get rid of in my life? It is my best fucking friend. I messaged them and I said, hey, you know what? We don't even have to get into what I messaged them. But I was all like, you know what? I was all like, this year, Eve was just all like, you know, how do I fuck up this bitch's life how do I fuck up this bitch's life as much as, how do I speed run a downfall? Got tickets to my downfall. That MGK song, I don't know how that shit goes. I almost said, shout out MGK. You an op now, nigga. What you did to Megan Fox, bitch boy. No, I'm playing. I actually don't care. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say I don't. Listen, celebrity business. I ain't no celebrity, bitch. That don't got nothing to do with me. I'm like, holla. No, the girls. Don't do that. No, the girls in the club say home, 'cause you know just how we do. Time to say you want me back. Taking that. Holla. The satisfaction, you independent, got your own things right. Holla. The satisfaction, you independent, got your own things right there. The thing that set me over the edge, even though I've been crashing this whole entire year, was me getting rid of my best fucking friend. and I feel like I'll go into more detail about that in the video that y'all will see afterwards, because I'd rather not do that here. But I had this epiphany moment where I just thought to myself, what am I doing? What the actual fuck am I doing? And I messaged them. I was like, I have honestly no fucking clue what has just come over me this year. What the fuck I'm doing. What the fuck is going on in my mind. We don't even, but, and I had to message like so many friends of mine to be like, I don't know what came over me this year. I don't know what's going on. But like, I miss you all. I do. And I got some extremely lovely responses. And I shouldn't say I got my friends back, because it's not like I ever lost them. I was just purposely just not engaging with those friendships anymore. And forgive me, I'm not sure if I talked about that in the video that you'll see afterwards. But like, I got some very lovely responses forgive me if you're watching this video, but like one woman, she was all like, she said something along the lines of like, hey, don't even worry about it. I promise you, you're not going to get away from me that quickly. So, something along, she said it more eloquently, but it really made me cry because I've never had people who actually cared about my well-being or about how I was doing. Like, I fully expected to like get messages back like, what the fuck, why'd you do that shit, like, bitch, fuck you, like, I want, like, I fully expected to just get like, whoa, I almost said railed, to just get like, I don't know, to get like extreme ridicule. Bro, I'm such a fucking dumbass, bro. Alright. Hey y'all, I'm back in my fucking Hobbit corner. I know this is kind of like the black and white video, but these are tears. These are tears of happiness. I'm such a dumbass. I want to talk to you all. I want to talk to you all face to face. But this is like a little interval. I got messages from my friends, and they were just like, I got messages from my friends. I haven't talked to them in like a year. I wasted almost a fucking year. A fucking year on some dumb shit. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm on this bitch like Tyrese is at my Sheila. Oh my god, it's fucking like, it's 2 a.m. It's 2 fucking 40. I can't be loud. Oh my god. Okay, I'll let regular Eve talk to y'all again. Okay, bye. But like, I almost did not trust. For one, I call these people my friends. And I've switched the way. Friendship to me means so much more than what I feel like most people consider friendship. And I just did not trust myself that the people that I've allowed into my friend group actually cared about me. And it was, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have much more to say, I don't think. I don't have an outro to give to this video because depending on how I feel, I might put that other video at the end of this. And so if I do, I guess this is goodbye. Yeah. Or I'll see you in a second. Anyways, it's been Justice Eve, and I'll see you lot in a second, or maybe not if I got too embarrassed. Peace. Hey everyone, I'm back in my Hobbit corner with less tears to accompany me, at least currently as I'm talking. I don't know what the rest of this video is going to turn out to be, but oh dear, what has happened? What on earth has happened? Oh, you can tell I'm in a better mood because I'm actually fluctuating and articulating with my voice. That's not the word. Articulating? I have strong diction. That's not the word either. It's okay. You can tell I'm in a good mood because I'm actually rambling and oh my god, wait, I just cursed. Damn it. Anyways, yeah, I've been cracked out this entire year. I can feel the tears start coming. I can feel it. I've been cracked out this entire year. And you know what's the craziest part about being cracked out, right? Is that, you know, that saying people say that people who are insane believe that they're not insane. That's not the quote, but you understand what I'm trying to say. I think the scariest thing about being aware of that quote is like being in the midst of crashing, thinking that you're insane. But because you consciously think that you're insane, you subconsciously believe that you must be sane. Because honestly, what type of insane person contemplates their sanity? And I was just making decisions, stuff that I knew was going to hurt me, but I thought they were the best decisions to make because I just wasn't thinking clearly. Oh, you can tell I'm not fully back yet because I'm not singing. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I had to pull out all the effort in my body just to sing that tune just then. You know what sucks is being aware of your shortcomings when it comes to like mental battles and working to combat those shortcomings that you have, and you think that you've worked past all of them, and then they kind of sprout out like on some 2.0 shit. It's all like, oh wait, I thought I dealt with you a year ago, but here you are showing your face in a completely different way. I'm just all like, I didn't give you permission to mutate and act differently. No, I met you this way, so you're supposed to remain this way. It's all like, no, bitch, I'm a new one. Or I'm the alternate. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's, I had this moment, you know what? I had this like realization. I was going through notes on my phone. It's so funny. It's so funny how that worked out. I was going through notes on my phone and I saw notes from like 2023 where I wasn't crashing, but I was just like, I was angry as hell. And what I was angry about was having to take math courses at college. I wasn't even in university yet, in college. And I was all like, I was crashing. And I was just all like, man, fuck this shit. Whoever made math, I'm gonna go back in time. I'm gonna get a time machine. I'm gonna beat that motherfucker's ass. Whoever created math, it's up for you, bitch. Like, yo, I was going through it in my fucking notes. I was devising a whole plan to make a time machine just to murk the nigga who made math instead of studying for my fucking exam. And I looked at the date and it said 2023. And like, I don't even take math courses anymore. I finished all my math courses. I don't have to think about math, arithmetic, algebra, geometry for the rest of my life. I was like, but at that moment, it just felt like everything was it felt like, this isn't the correct word, but it's the only one that's coming to mind. It felt like math was going to be such a prominent. I didn't think I was going to graduate college because of it. That's how like serious it was to me. And like now it's not even a thought in my mind. I mean, 2 years later, I forgot that was even a thing that was so stressful in my life. And I also had other notes that I saw of things that I was stressing out from a year ago. I was all like, those aren't even things that are in my consciousness anymore. Hell, even my subconscious. But here I am crashing over this thing that, and again, like, I'm in it currently, so of course it's going to suck. But I was making more of the problems. I was really the cause of the problems than anything or anybody else. Forgive me, I'm being cryptic. I don't know. I want to talk about it, but I also don't want to. You know what's funny? Hold on, I have to do something real quick. You know what's funny? Me. That video of me crashing, I think it was only up for like 3 days, maybe 2 at some point. I recorded another video after that, which I didn't get to uploading. But even in my like distress, I'm like, girl, I was still low key kind of funny. Like why was I low key kind of spitting a little bit? I don't like, I just like, there are certain things that I chuckled at that I said specifically in the second video, which I more than likely y'all won't see. I'm so furious. I'm so furious that y'all will never get to see that. Cause even though I was coming down from Crash and I was more sane, it was so funny what I was saying. Maybe I'll intersplice something here or there, but then she's gonna try and chat to me, have a dialogue. It's like, honey, if you like Brokeback Mountain, go watch Brokeback Mountain. But I'm not watching that Brokeback bitch ass film. Like, I don't care. Leave me alone. But like, I don't know. Anyways, I sit here today to tell you all to absolutely nobody's surprise if you've been here for a while. Me and my best friend are still friends. We're still talking. What a surprise. I feel like I do this I don't know. It's I've always practiced, or I should say I've always been brutally honest with them about like any and everything that I feel towards like us and everything. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck changed about that one thing. Actually, I do know. That's what again, I can't talk about it because it's the same issue that occurred when we first met, and I thought I had curtailed it. But the thing is that now it's showing itself like in 2.0 mode. If it was still in 1.0 mode, I'd be fine because I'm okay with 1.0 mode because I learned how to deal with 1.0 mode. But now this bitch kicked into like not even 2.0. This bitch kicked into like into like I don't even know. Into full, it mutated on me and started doing tricks that I wasn't privy to, and I was all like, oh no, this ain't the game I signed up for. I just started crashing like I did with 1.0 because I wasn't used to these new tricks. I don't know, you lot. I'm extremely paranoid when it comes to people that I actually like, because this is just not something that I've ever experienced before, and I just don't want to, fuck it up, I guess. And like I have all these arbitrary rules, not even rules, it's just like stuff that makes me comfortable and uncomfortable, I guess. And it's so ridiculous when I think about it. I mean, it's a learning experience, right? Again, like the whole mouth thing. I don't think about mouth anymore, but that was such a stressful thing way back when. I've never been this is the first time in like my entire life where I've actually cared about the people who are around me. And like it's easy for me to make friendships with people. It's difficult to say this because it's a hard thing to talk about unless you actually know me. Because when I say it's easy for me to make friendships, like, what do you mean by that? Because that doesn't fully convey what I'm trying to say. It's easy for me to speak and be friendly with almost anybody and get on and have rapport with people. But it's very seldom do I actually enjoy it. Ooh, we might be getting into stuff actually. Ooh, I don't even want to talk about certain stuff like that though. That's the thing. It's like it's a good thing to talk about, but I don't want to do. You know what? Fuck it. I'll do it anyways. It's one of those topics. Whatever. So you know how like the difference between like, I'm sorry, I'm being extremely heteronormative with this example, but like men and women, right? And we're talking about very stereotypical men and women, like no gays, we don't exist. Okay. We don't exist right now, but like men and women, you know, when it comes to like dating, like men don't understand women when it comes to dating, and women don't understand men when it comes to dating. Like men will be all like, well, it's easy for women to date because they can just go outside and find any fucking dude who wants them. All they have to do is just ask. And it's all like, well, yeah, but all of those options are fucking terrible. If you could go outside right now and have 100 dudes just like thirst over you, but a majority of them are, I don't even want to say, but like R words, A words, and all that, those aren't good options. Those aren't good. Like, yeah, you have a plethora of suitors, but majority of the suitors are not good people. And then on the flip side, women don't understand that men just don't get attention just basically from anywhere, anything. And so, yeah, they're pretty desperate to just have any sort of attention from a woman because it's probably the first time they've ever had something like that. Why did I say that? Why did I go on that diatribe? I forget. Damn. Like that scene in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from like was it the 80s or was that a 90s film? I forget. I think it was like 93, 1990. Damn. There was a reason I said that. Oh, I think I understand why I said that. So yeah, I can get along with and be friends with almost about anybody and everyone. But I quickly learned that a lot of people just kind of piss me off. And so like it's this like double-edged superpower slash whatever, where like I'll have a group of people who I know I don't want to be around, but they have this sort of like inching and want to be near me, right? And I'm just all like, oh, whatever. This whole entire year, I've just been surrounded with people that I just don't want to be around, and I knew I shouldn't have been around. And the people that I actually mess with, and the people that I actually care for, I've just kind of pushed to the wayside. And so I've just been like, I've never knew what it was like to have people in my life that I actually cared for and wanted to be in my life for a long time. And having that now is extremely scary to me. And I just wanted to do and be the best that I could for all of them because I just simply didn't want to fuck things up. And because of that, I was having this reverse self-fulfilling prophecy where, I mean, I could have fucked things up. I think I'm a very strategic person. What does that mean, Eve? Not strategic. I think I'm at least fairly intelligent, where I'm not like an all-around terrible person. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't feel like explaining it. I don't know how to deal with relationships and friendships because I've never been in one that I actually cared for. And because it's been so long since I can't even say been so long. And because it's the first time I've ever been in this situation, I don't know how to exactly conduct myself. Because I've only ever been surrounded by people that I didn't care for. And so like I'm still trying to learn how to like I don't know how to be friends with people, how to do that. What does that entail? What do I like and what don't I like? What I'm doing right now, fuck yeah, something's got to change. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. Let the bodies hit the flow. Oh my gosh, I think that was the first song that I used in my first YouTube video. Uploaded February 10th, 2010. February 10th, 2010. What year is it? 15 years ago, almost 16. Crazy. What else happened in February? Oh, Steve Jobs was born in February. There's also this other actor or director, writer, I don't know what the fuck that nigga was, but there's also some other dude who looks exactly like Steve Jobs, and that's why I looked it up, because I was all like, yo, this fool looks like Steve Jobs reincarnated. Let me look at Steve Jobs real quick, and they have like almost the same. Okay, they were both born in February, but it was never mind. I don't know, I thought it was interesting. Anyways, I'm sorry. Don't you just hate it when you're the problem? I actually don't. When I'm the problem, it makes it easy to change things, because if somebody else is the issue, I can't change that other person. But if I'm the one doing it, then I can work on myself to make sure that I can combat whatever it is that's going awry. I don't know what. It was scary, actually. From that previous video that I put up that's now taken down, it's been 8 days since I thought I was saying goodbye to my best friend. And y'all didn't see that side of me. Y'all saw the glimpse, but the type of avenues that I was taking to like curtail the heartbreak, the sort of things I was delving into, oh my God, like it was, oh my God, like even thinking about it makes me kind of want to tear up. I'm just, in the easiest way, because I don't even want to go into the details, but I've never been a person, I don't do drugs, I don't drink alcohol or anything of that sort, because I know that I have an addictive personality, and if I use any of those substances, that will ultimately be the thing that kills me. Because even when I do go through episodes where I have extreme sadness, the first thing I think of is like, damn, I wish I had some alcohol, even though I've never had any. I wish I had something that could just like easily hurt me or just like take me out, you know? And it was things along those lines, but less noticeable, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've just been extremely lonely. And it's all my doing. It's all my fault. Because I was just purposely pushing away the people that I actually cared for to be with people that I didn't. For what fucking reason? I don't know. Ask Eve from fucking early 2025 what the fuck she was on. I know I'm not doing that shit now. I mean, I guess sad news for y'all, I guess, because, I mean, this whole entire... Does anybody even watch my videos, my channel? Again, I'm still afraid of the internet, so I don't see I say this all the time, but if people are watching my videos, it's probably new people coming in, so they probably don't even know this. But yeah, I'm extremely scared of the internet, so I don't see my views or anything. And every time I upload a video, I assume nobody's watching it, but one person might be watching this, who knows. But yeah, if you are a person who's watching this, who watches my channel, that might suck for you, because this whole entire year has just been like crash content. And now that I'm not like crashed out, I don't know what I have to upload. I don't know what I have to talk about. The first part of this series that I was making to try and mitigate my crash. I was still crashing, but I feel like I was still in very sane territory, at least when I was recording those videos, was the series going through the Resident Evil games and looking at the relationship of Leon and Ada. The first part of that came out like a day or two ago, maybe 2 days ago. And I'm working on the final part right now. The final part is going to be Resident Evil 6. I was going to go through the Resident Evil remakes, like Remake 2 and 4 Remake, but I don't feel like playing those games. I played those games to death. I have probably like over, and I know someone's like, that's it? You only have, listen, get off my nuts. I have like 100, like almost 200 hours in those games respectively. And I don't feel like playing through them again, especially just to like, no, I'm cool. And I already have all the videos that I have uploaded. They're scheduled to come out like a month after. So the next part is coming out in, what month is it? Right now it's July, so the next one's coming out in August, then September, October, and stuff like that. And I'm working on the last part right now, which is Resi 6. I have to start. I just finished Jake and Sherry's story. I really like Jake and Sherry. I think Sherry might be my favorite Resident Evil character. I haven't replayed Resident Evil 2 Remake, so I'm reserved to say Claire is my favorite. But I know when I was playing through Resi 2, the original one on the PlayStation 1, I really like Claire. But yeah, I really enjoyed Jake and Sherry. If I wasn't doing a series on Ada and Leon, I would definitely do something on Jake and Sherry. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because I don't feel like there's not much for me to add besides I think they're cute. I've always thought they were cute. I thought they were cute the first time I played Resi 6. They're like one of my favorite ships. Yeah. But yeah, I gotta finish this series up so I can just I gotta move on with my life. I gotta get back to the people that I love and just be a better person, because who I've been, what I've done to face myself, what I've done. I've always felt like something was up with me. Forgive me. I'm saying this right now. I know this is some internet stuff. Oh, everybody has some sort of mental illness. Oh, I know. But level with me. And even if I'm saying this, I don't want it. I don't want this. And I'm not claiming that I do. And even if I did have it, I would not be the type of person to use it against other people or weaponize it. It's just something that I feel like I should get checked out with something, because low key, and I know there's some internet stuff, I know, forgive me, don't take this seriously what I'm about to say, but low key, your girl could be neurodivergent. No, I know. Eve, everybody says it. Listen, bitch, I know. I understand. But I should probably get that shit checked out. I probably should. There's this dude. I forget how the conversation went. I'll have random people accuse me of having the ADHD dizzles. That shit is so annoying. I'm lying. I actually genuinely don't care. I've had multiple people accuse me of I say accuse me as if it's a bad thing, but I've had multiple people say that, and by the way, not at a specific thing. First of all, actually no, because I'm already whatever. I don't want whatever. I want to end this video, but the dude, he was all like, oh yeah. I was like, no, I don't have ADHD because no, I don't, clearly. And he was like, yeah, okay. Well, in the future, when you get diagnosed, call me. I'm like, fuck you. What are you Call me. And It used to be my mother and my sister and me. A happy little family and alright with me. My mom got married, that's when everything changed. Some things were lost and others were changed. A new school, a new house, so many changes to make my head spin, But now I got a brother who gets under my skin. This is life with Derek. This is life with Derek. Living life with Derek. Living life with Derek. Yeah, I'm editing this video. I've had a nice chat with you. This is a lovely time. We're not having this regularly, by the way, because if having this regularly means something's still wrong with me, and I don't want that, baby. But yeah, it's been Eve, Evelyn, Justice. Hopefully, I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what I'm going to do right now, and I have no content lined up. It's just the Resident Evil videos, putting the finishing touches, or excuse me, I still have to play through Ada's story and make that video, and then whatever the rest of the year holds, and yeah, take care. Peace.